Hey guys, it's Kitten, and today we are doing a pick a card reading for single check-ins. Like, you're single people. Like, if you're in a relationship or you're married, this is not a video for you. This is only for single people who aren't in a committed relationship or aren't even dating, really. Like, romance is not in your life at all. Yeah, I'm directing this to you people. Me, pretty much. Anyway, so, like always, this is 1, 2, and 3. Also, I wanted to get you guys' opinion on this mic situation. Like, I have had this mic for a long time, but I've never really used it with this camera before. I want you, to tell me if, you like this audio more than, the video's audio. Because, let me tell you, it does take a lot more time to edit with a separate audio thing. Because for some reason, 5 minutes in, this audio, the mic's audio shifts from the video's audio, and I'm just like, why? So that took a long time to edit. Yeah, off track. Anyway, I don't really want you to think of anything specific. I mean, you can if you want, but this is literally very general of what you need to hear and where your future is kind of headed and what you should do about your non-romantic situation and being single. I know probably this is gonna come up, probably some of you got hurt in the past and maybe you're still dealing with that. That's probably gonna come up in a pile or multiple ones. Close your eyes. Or open them, keep them open, whatever you want to do. And I want you to focus on just your love situation in general. Are you single? Are you having one-night stands? Are you maybe potentially dating someone? Are you interested in someone? Anything like that. I want you to think on that. And just the fact that you are not with someone right now. And focus on that, and then open your eyes or look at the first pile that is drawn to you, and that is your pile. I'm gonna give you a second to focus on the cards. And pile 1. Okay. Queen of Cups, Princess of Swords, Prince of Wands, Six of Wands, lots of wands, Balance, and the Star. And then another 9 of Wands. Sorry, I can't count numerals. The Sun, Page of Pentacles, the Fool, the Hanged Man, 8 of Cups, 7 of Pentacles, and 3 of Wands. This is obviously an all tarot video, just so you guys know. It's kind of apparent, but there's obviously there's a lot of wands. There's no matching cards though, is there? Wait, no, okay. The star and the sun appearing in the same pile is interesting, and then the Fool and the Hanged Man appear, and the Fool is upside down. That's interesting because I know from experience the Fool and the Hanged Man are a little similar. So that's interesting. Yeah, I'm gonna have to give me a second. Okay, that was a lot of figuring out things. Okay. I got the general feeling that you've been single for quite a while. It's not that you're like, you haven't had chances. You just haven't. The feeling I got, was that this is you. You're the Queen of Cups and the Princess of Wands. Both very loving, both very feminine energies. Very strong, both very strong, very loving. You're just a good person. You tend to have a more positive outlook in life. It's not that you haven't tried. It's not that you haven't tried with romance. I get that with these two cards, the Page of Pentacles and the Prince of Wands, both reversed. I think these represent exes. Like 2 exes you've tried. The Prince of Wands, obviously hardworking, fun, and stuff like that. It just didn't work out. And then I don't see really pain at all, really, from these 2 toward you. It was just kind of like a mutual thing, like you two kind of like realized that you two don't work together. And then like your other one that you dated was the Page of Pentacles, reversed. Reversed, I think, indicates that you're not together, obviously, because this is a singles thing, but like it shows that you two didn't work out. So with the Page of Pentacles, this guy was serious and like established and stuff like that. But again, it just didn't work out. One of the things that I find interesting, that these are 2 Prince and Page. Like Prince in the Goddess deck is a Page. So you have like the Page of Wands and the Page of Pentacles. Neither of which are kings or even knights. Like these are the lesser of the knight and the king, if that makes sense. So maybe like these 2 were young, and maybe not physically young, but like they were younger than you wanted. And maybe one of the relationships, like when you were younger, you were with the Prince of Wands or the Page of Pentacles. But like the second relationship, you kind of grew older and you became the Queen of Cups. You matured. But then the guy you were with didn't mature as well. So it just didn't work out. Like a queen can't be with a prince. It just doesn't work like that. So the maturity level, I think, just didn't match. And since then, you just haven't tried because, like, maybe you think that you're not going to find that mature person you can be with that's not going to be immature about things. And that, like, you guys can talk out like adults with arguments and stuff and not yell at each other. Like, that's what you want. You want an adult relationship. You just haven't had that yet. There was also an overwhelming, particularly with, like, the sun and the star, the the love horizon for you is very positive. Like, very positive. But you have to make some choices. A lot of this was about, like, actually a lot of these cards kind of mention that, like, there's this person that kind of wants to come into your life and, like, be with you and shit like that. But I think the reason why they haven't is because you got the Fool and the Hanged Man. The Fool is about new beginnings in general, like, but the fact that it's reversed, I think, is you just kind of stalling it. Like, you're not ready yet, you're telling yourself. And then the Hanged Man is about choices. Like, you either go right or left. So, you were at this, like, choice for some reason. Like, I don't know if it's, like, for a person or someone, or, like, you're in this, like, life choice crossroads. And you're stalling for this, like, new crossroad beginnings of right or left, or, like, the middle path. So you see this crossroad, you just haven't walked down one because you're afraid of, like, not necessarily getting hurt. You're just maybe afraid of commitment, or you're afraid that you're going to be disappointed, which I get. I honestly 100% get. So, one of the things that, like, I can definitely tell with you is that you have been really, really trying to get balance in your life. Like, you've been trying to balance your career, your social life, like, home life. You've been trying to balance that. And I think you are succeeding with that. Like, you're getting good at that. So I think one of your fears is, like, what if you introduce another person and that's just gonna fuck up everything that you've worked hard for? I don't know if that's particularly in the cards or not, but I just got a sense of, like, it's not going to fuck up your life in the way you think it's going to. I don't know why that came out, but it just did. So you have this balance, or you've gotten really close to this, like, really good balance in your life, and you're just like, what? I don't want to, like, fuck it up and shit. I think the Six of Wands for you, I think, is you've been kind of flirting on and off with, like, different people, but you haven't really committed to anyone. I think that could be the crossroads. Like, maybe you're flirting with a lot of people, you just haven't made a choice, or you don't want to make a choice. So if you're not flirting with a lot of people, this could be an indication of, like, you're actually kind of happy right now. Like, you're happy single, and you don't want to fuck up that situation with involving someone romantic in your life. You're at that. I know this sounds weird, but for some reason I'm envisioning, like, this woman who's, like, 30 or something, but, like, she has, like, a good life. She has a good job. She has good finances. She has a good family life. She is, like, strong, independent, like, woman, but she has no husband or boyfriend in her life, and she doesn't want one. So that's kind of what I'm picturing for you for some reason. I keep looking at this card for some reason. The Eight of Cups kind of just represents this stalling, like this like sleep state of just, like, going with the current. Like, you're not really trying very much with, like, love. Again, I'm saying that again, like, you're not really going for it at all, really. And that's, like, a choice. You're actually, like, making that choice just to sit in the water and drift. Like, maybe you'll, like, hit a log, and that's, like, a guy maybe you'll flirt with, but, like, soon after you guys drift apart and like you continue to drift, maybe hit more logs, but like they don't last very long. Like maybe you have a lot of one night stands, I'm not judging, but like maybe you have a lot of those, you just haven't committed love wise to anyone. And I don't think you feel bad for like these random one night stands and flirtings, but I think it's kind of getting to you a little bit. Like you miss that love, but you're again afraid of like mixing that with your life. Again, the Three of Wands kind of represents this. Rose-colored glasses. Like, with you particularly, I think you just have those glasses off of your eyes. Like, there's just not romance for you, and you're just kind of refusing to put the rose-colored glasses on to see, like, potential love. And you're pushing those glasses away, and you just don't want to wear them. Again, I think this also kind of represents like your life, your career, finances, blah blah blah, that like I'm just gonna like it shows that like you're all these pentacles like growing and stuff, and then there's a flower at the top. And I think that's just represents of like you've worked hard for what you have, and you don't want to like make that flower wilt at all. And I think that also kind of yeah, like you've worked hard with like making this flower, you don't want to go reversed. Like you don't want to go back to nothing. You're afraid of that, so you just haven't made a choice. With this one, it kind of represents like maybe like past, maybe not guilt, but like resentment of like past relationships that they didn't work out and that like you couldn't fix them. I think that just represents like you in that like kind of caged window, like thinking to yourself like could have done better. I could have fixed like past relationships. Like why didn't that work out? You're just putting yourself there, and you're just I don't think you think about that often, but like you think about that like why couldn't I have fixed that? Like why couldn't have that worked out? So with like literally the star and the sun like appearing, this is definitely telling you to open your fucking eyes and look at like the possibility of love coming into your life, because it's not all doom and gloom with like people, but this is obviously showing you that like the person that's coming into your life or wants to come into your life and you're just like blocking it off, they're gonna be what you're looking for. Maybe this is not going to be like the one, but this is definitely a relationship that you need. Like this is the mature relationship that you have wanted and you need to maybe continually like to see what you really, really want in a person. So this is good. Like, I think, yeah, this is going to be like the mature person you want to date. And you're not going to, like, it's going to be a king, not a page or a knight. Maybe a knight. Then again, like, this could not be the one. So it could be like the next up from a prince being a knight. And so it's, in this, obviously in this pile, it doesn't show the guy or the female that could come into your life, but this is definitely showing that they're out there, that like it's okay to make a choice. But yeah, like I just, you need to like stop being negative toward your love romantic life future. Like I think in your mind, you're just like, I'm gonna be single for my whole life. I'm gonna have one night stands. It's gonna be great. In the back of your mind, you do want that relationship. You want to be, maybe not married, but like, you want that one life mate. And you're just afraid to get that right now because you're probably, like, I'm gonna be brutally fucking honest right now. You are probably just afraid to not only commit, you're just afraid to fall in love again. It obviously didn't work out with, like, previous relationships, so you're on the, like, the tippy-toe edge of, like, I want it, but I don't. This is telling you that you can literally still continue what you're doing, because obviously, I mean, you're happy, but if you do want that extra part in your life, it's there for you to take. It's there for you to make that choice. And it's gonna be positive. It's not like it's gonna be awful. It's going to be a positive thing. Yeah, just don't be down on yourself. Like, you have a love life that you can have. So just think positive, okay? Okay. And then pile 2. Right out there. Okay. Oh, that's cool. Oh, that's real cool. Okay. Lovers. Justice reversed. Oh my god. Girl, boy, whoever you are, you are like, man, love of your life right here. Ooh, god, fuck, man. Sorry, like, I'm so excited for you. Fucking King of Pentacles and shit. Power. God damn. King of Wands, King of Pentacles. Judgment. Just go over there. Ace of Cups and Four of Cups. Fuck. Okay, sorry. Page of Cups. Knight of Wands, the Emperor, Two of Wands, and the Ace of Swords. Man, god damn. Sorry. I mean, 2 lover cards. The Two of Cups, which is very, 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 very positive in the romance aspect. Like, it's the soulmate twin flame card. Like, it's the shit. And then the Ace of Cups, which is very, 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 very fucking positive for new relationships. The Four of Cups, which is kind of, it's a cup card, so it's like positive, but there's some little issues. And the Page of Cups is like uber positive and shit. And then you have the not only one king, you have the King of Pentacles and the King of Wands, the Emperor, the Knight of Wands, and the Page of Cups. Like, oh my god, like, you not only have the Emperor and 2 kings, it's just shit, man. Like, obviously I'm saying shit, man, because, like, these 3 cards particularly I know represent, like, the person. So I'm gonna come back in a second after I've put everything together. This is, like, I'm getting this, like, this is the overall feel for this. Like, the love and lovers card, like, the lovers card is, like, the card for romance. So, you are not only a romantic, but you like to daydream about it a lot, which is not a bad thing. It's just something you do, and you're very romantic. But in a previous relationship or relationships, you were hurt somehow. And that's why the love card is reversed. You were hurt in a way that kind of made your idea of romance kind of negative. So maybe you don't believe in it as much as you did, but you believe in it, but maybe you don't believe that it's going to happen to you. Or not yet, anyway. But either way, like, you got the Justice card reversed and the Judgment card reversed, which means, like, you feel like you were in a very unfair, unjust situation. They hurt you in a way of betraying you somehow. Obviously, this could be a reference to them cheating somehow. And then Judgment reversed again means that, like, you were treated in an unfair manner. Like, they were awful to you. And the Ace of Swords, I think particularly, it's weird how, like, I kind of lined up everything, so I'm just kind of, like, reading it in, like, lines. So I put the Ace of Swords under that. So I'm getting the feeling that you really wanted, like, you were so positive about this relationship that you were, like, very defeated that they hurt you in that way. Ace of Swords usually represents, like, a beginning. Usually Ace of anything represents a beginning, but Ace of Swords in particular means that, what was the one thing I read somewhere? That, like, the particular quote was, like, you couldn't, but you did anyway. Like the representation of, like, the sword going through the vine. Like, you were cutting through, like, difficulties when people said you couldn't or shouldn't. So I think maybe people were like, this guy's a bad guy, or this girl's a bad girl, and maybe you shouldn't be with them. And you didn't really listen. You did it anyway. And then you got hurt for it, which I don't think you fucked up, like, trusting this person. I don't mean that in a mean way, but, like, you know that, like, it wasn't, like, you could have listened, you could have, like, read the signs, but you didn't. You ignored it. You got hurt. Like, you don't deny that. Yeah, and I think that's also why the Two Cups is reversed. Like, you want that soulmate love connection so fucking bad, but because you got hurt, you're just unsure of it now, if that makes sense. Like, you want that soulmate card. Yes, you want that soulmate card. Do you want this card? Yes. Okay. You want that soulmate. You want that soulmate connection. Like, you want that person so badly. But again, like, since you got hurt, it just doesn't sit well with you at the moment. Like, you're still dealing with it. Also, I kind of got a feeling that this card represents the person who hurt you. The King of Pentacles reversed. So the King of Pentacles usually kind of represents, like, this very wealthy guy that's kind of not, like he was objectifying you, maybe, for some reason that came to mind. Like, he didn't see you as the person, like the strong person that you knew you were. He just kind of played with you a little and you didn't know it. So I'm gonna put that over there. Okay. So this dude hurt you. I mean, like, look at this guy. Like, he looks like kind of like a dick. Looks like a bit of a dick, a little bit. Like, I mean, look at that giant crown on his head. Like, he was probably self-centered. Like, he was really self-centered. And you wanted to believe, but shit happened. 2 cups, you want that romance, you want that love, but you're unsure of it now. The Ace of Cups represents, again, new beginnings, but the Ace of Cups particularly means, like, this very, 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 very positive image of love. I mean, like, the moon is coming out of, like, this pouring, overflowing cup of love, and it's shining down on the water, and it's, like, fucking beautiful and shit, and I just realized the feminine female sign is on the cup. That again, that's very romantic, very love, positive. So, I think this represents your next relationship. Like, the beginning of it. Like, it's going to be good. But, like, your next relationship, which is going to happen, like, from all these cards, it's happening. It's going to happen. It's, like, the beginning is going to happen. It's really positive. It's going to be very positive. But I don't think you're going to, like, see it like that at first. Because you're going to be unsure again, like, because you got hurt. 4 Cups kind of represents this person that's kind of stagnant. Like, not moving or anything. I mean, she's sitting on a tree sleeping. You're gonna be unsure about this relationship. Like, is he actually, or he or she really actually interested in me? Like, are you sure? Like, you're gonna be like that. Like, you're gonna be not very positive about, like, why is this person flirting with me? Like, that's fucking weird. Because of that, I think he or she's gonna be, like, really attractive. I mean, that's very apparent. Like, with these cards over here, like, they're gonna be hot. And you're gonna be like, what? So, that's gonna be a thing. But I don't quite remember what Page of Cups means. But, like, the imagery on this, like, it looks like this guy's trying to court her. Or courting. Like, I mean, he's offering this cup and he has, like, a bouquet of flowers. Like, he's trying to, like, impress this girl. But I think, like, this is the guy. Like, he wants to be with you. Like, he wants to impress you. Like, he wants to be romantic with you. But you're just kind of like, you sure? Like, why? That's good. I think that's gonna be, like, the beginning of your relationship. Like, you're gonna be, like, so shocked that this guy likes you, that you're gonna be unsure of his real intentions. But his real intentions are, like, to romance you. Like, honest to God romance. Like, there's nothing, like, negative behind his actions. Like, they're all positive. Like, that's, again, influenced by, like, the Ace of Cups. Like, his intentions are pure. But again, you're gonna question it. So, there's that. And then, I think he's gonna be King of Wands. The King of Wands, at least compared to the King of Pentacles, the King of Wands is a lot more just. He's gentle. He's old-fashioned. He's old-fashioned like the King of Pentacles, but he's not stupid about it. Like, he's not self-centered about it. Like, he wants to fucking court you, like, old-fashioned way. and he's gonna be a gentleman about it. He's going to be, like, very kind about it. Like, King of Wands particularly is about this guy who's very hardworking, very positive, very nice, very respectful, which is more to say than the King of Pentacles, because that fucker needs to go. Sorry, aggressive much. Anyway, King of Wands is just a better guy in general. Like, he's gonna be a little more fun. He's gonna be a little he's gonna be a lot serious in some aspects, because, like, you got two emperors right here. And again, the Knight of Wands kind of represents this, like, playful aspect. The Knight of Wands is going to want to show you off. Like, he is so proud of you being with him that he's gonna be like, hey, look at this person. They're amazing. And stuff like that. And he's technically pretty much knight in shining armor, pretty much. Except he's a king in shining armor, which is hotter and better. Just saying. Anyway, so he's just a better, nicer guy. And again, like, with these two next to each other, I know this one doesn't really look that positive, but it's literally, like, at least reversed, literally means, like, he's gonna sweep you off your feet, and it's gonna be, like, fucking romantic, and it's gonna be amazing. So I'm getting ahead of myself. Anyway, he's gonna be a gentleman. He's gonna be so good to you. He's gonna be very respectful. He's gonna be, like, the guy that, like, everyone wants. Or, like, again, I keep saying that this is a guy because, like, two emperors, kind of very, very heavy masculine energy. Like, if this is a woman, they're again, like, kind, just, respectful, and stuff like that. But they're very powerful and strong and independent and hot. And they like you. They're gonna like you. The Power and the Emperor, both Emperor cards, this I think also represents this person. I'm just gonna say him because, again, I just explained, very masculine energy, like heavy masculine energy. The Emperor kind of represents this guy that's very, like, dominating in a way that's hot. So what I mean by that is, if you're into, like, BDSM and shit, he's gonna be so down for that shit. Maybe he's hasn't ever tried it before, but, like, two Emperor cards kind of, like, he's gonna be great at it. Just saying. Like, a very, like, the only negative with the Emperor is, since he is so dominating, there could be, like, this power struggle eventually in a relationship, but again, I don't think that's gonna be, like, a very big problem. But mostly because, like, I mean, the Emperor kind of is balanced out by the King of Wands and the Knight of Wands, which is very, very fun, very respectful, like, very positive, and not as dominating. So I think he has that, like, serious dominating side of him, but he's not gonna let it rule your relationship. I think the dominating thing, I think, is just him being a very masculine guy. And he's not afraid to show that. And he's not afraid to, like, maybe tell you stuff that maybe you're not, like, if you, like, he's gonna tell you stuff that, like, maybe you don't really want to hear. But, like, it's going to be out of respect. It's going to be out of kindness. It's going to be out of caring for you, which is something you're going to have to remember. So, again, if you're into BDSM, shit's going to be awesome. But anyway, like, he's going to be like the man, and he's going to be like, you're my woman. But again, like, he's going to be very respectful, very fun about it. Like, he's going to have like a very playful side to him, a very serious, dominating side to him. So he's going to be like, he's going to have that balance of romance, gentleman, respectful, kind, but he's also going to be like rough. Sorry. I'm turning everything sexual, but like that's like the feeling I'm gonna get. Like I'm getting. He's gonna be kind and respectful and stuff, but he's gonna like, you know, manhandle you a bit if you're into that. So like he's gonna be that like perfect balance of like probably what you want. Like you kind of want that dominating kind of guy, who is like respectful and not an asshole. So either way, like, you're gonna fucking get this guy. Like, he's going to come into your life whether you want him or not. This is just a good pile. Good pile. So, yeah, like, it's, you got hurt, but this is definitely, like half of this is just, like, an indication of what your new relationship is going to be like. Like, I get a feeling that it's going to happen, like, this year. Like, it's going to happen sooner than you think. So, yeah. He's gonna be so good for you. Again, love card. Lovers. Like, really positive. Okay. Pile 8. Pile 8? Wow. Sorry. Pile 3. Wow, that's bad. Pile 3, not 8. The moon. That's interesting. Okay, the 6 of Pentacles, the 2 of Wands, the Princess of Pentacles, 3 of Swords, 6 of Swords, Queen of Wands reversed, 5 of Cups, the World, and 5 of Swords. I see a lot of pain. Like, I'm that's the first thing I see, really. The Moon, 2 of Swords, goddamn. Hermit, Judgment, 4 of Swords, 4 of Swords, 2 of Swords, 3 of Swords, 7 of Wands, 6 of Pentacles, 2 of Pentacles, 10 of Cups. Okay, like, I mean, you literally got 5 swords, which is a little bit unheard of. Okay, you literally, I'm just gonna point this out. You literally got 2 of Wands, 2 of Pentacles, 2 of Swords. That's literally, like, very, very unbalanced. Like, not balanced at all. Like, I mean, these are upright, saying, like, there is balance, but then that's reversed, and it's imbalanced. So it's just, and you have 3. So I think there's this, like, really big emphasis of, like, balance. So, okay, I need to really put this all together. Give me a second. Okay, this pile is serious. serious in the way that the pain that this shows is that this is recent pain. Like, you haven't fully gotten over it or through it or processed it. So, okay, I think this represents your previous relationship that has recently hurt you. The Six of Pentacles is a very positive card, very bountiful card. It portrays like a very bountiful harvest, pretty much. So in your mind, the relationship was positive, or at least it started out that way, and then your world got flipped upside down from them hurting you. I really don't know, honestly, how they hurt you. I mean, obviously you're not together anymore, but like, your world got flipped upside down by this breakup. And like, this whole thing of just swords kind of just represents your pain, really, and your process through it. Again, the two of wands, two of pentacles, two of swords, all kind of represent this imbalance in your life right now. Like, it's very imbalanced in a lot of areas in your life. This also kind of represents your relationship, because the two of wands is kind of like this representation, I guess, of a partnership, I guess. But with the Seven of Wands under that like, the Seven of Wands is like very much about conflicts, fighting, like bad shit. So lots of fighting, lots of bad negative energy, like just a lot. We're gonna switch to the Moon and the Hermit. Right now, you need to step back and take time for yourself. Be alone. Like, this is very much telling you that it's okay to be alone. It's okay to take time for yourself right now, because it's something you need. Again, the Moon and the Hermit are very, very spiritual cards. So this also kind of represents, like, get in touch with your spiritual side. Like, I mean, just watching this video is like a good start to that. Like, explore that spiritual side of yourself, dive deep into it, draw yourself in, focus on that. And like, you're probably gonna feel guilty for that, but it's okay. People will understand that you really need to, like, withdraw from the world right now and just to focus on yourself and just to be by yourself is what you really need at the moment. The Two of Pentacles definitely represents this kind of pulling back and to stop multitasking. Like, again, two of anything kind of just represents, like, stop multitasking. You would probably, gonna be honest, you probably are, like, focusing on a bunch of things right now to distract yourself. But the Moon and the Hermit definitely tell you to stop fucking doing that. And this also, and like, you got 3 twos. Like, you need to really stop multitasking. Like, you stop it. Like, it's not good for you. It's not good for the people around you. Stop. Like, you were probably afraid to stop and feel the feelings you're feeling, but you need to. Like, you need to feel what you're feeling. And like, these are definitely telling you to just stop. Focus on yourself, and don't worry about other people. Don't worry about what other people are gonna think. Don't worry about, like, friends or family that may be worried about you. Like, let them worry, let them know you're okay, but let them know that you really need to, like, feel what you need to feel. And that's going to take a little bit. Like, you may disappear for, like, a week. And that's just how it's going to have to be. It's something you need. It is something you need to do to move on. Like, the Six of Swords is this chick with swords in the boat, and she's, like, going down the river. Like, you're carrying all this pain, and you're, like, carrying all this pain, and you're still conflicted about what happened. Like, you really still want to fight with this person. You're heartbroken. You're, like, and stuff like that. You're very much in pain. Like, 3 swords stabbing your heart. Like, you are going through so many emotions, and, like, the 2s, like, 3 2s definitely tell you to feel those. Like, you're gonna be very depressed, you're gonna feel very trapped. And I'm, like, not just me, like, the cards, I'm telling you to don't bottle these emotions in. Feel them, let them out, cry, scream, everything. I mean, hell, if you have the money, like, rent a cabin somewhere and somewhere secluded and just spend a week there or a few days and just be by yourself. Scream, cry, everything. And just, again, like, with that, I think you're gonna find this very spiritual calm. Like, after all this emotion, you're gonna have this spiritual calmness. And I'm definitely telling you, don't shy away from that. When you feel that, like, dive headfirst into it, because that's going to be a very healing thing for you. Okay. Judgment and the Queen of Wands. Judgment, again, you feel like there's just a judgment happening in your life right now, like, and it's over the Queen of Wands, which is, I think, you. So you're just going through this, like, you're gonna, I think you're gonna feel judged for showing and your emotions, but don't let the judgment bother you. Don't let the judgment even remotely come onto your radar. Just don't let it. And this is a time, definitely, that you need to focus on yourself. Like, legitimately focus on yourself. Love yourself. Be with yourself. Know that yourself is not an awful person. That you are a wonderful person, in fact. And the fact that you are going through this pain does not make you an awful person. But this card particularly shows this woman walking away from, like, 3 cups spilled with wine. And there's 2 cups that are still standing. This represents, the spilled cups mean your pain, the relationship not working, the breakup, everything. But if you notice, she's walking toward the 2 that are still standing. This is an obvious representation of, don't dwell on your pain. You still have love. You still have hope. You still have future. You still have yourself. And this is representing that. Don't dwell on that pain. Feel it. Feel that pain. Seclude yourself. Everything. But don't dwell on it for too long. Like, this is a card saying, like, don't dwell on that for too long, or you'll get lost into it. And cry, feel, but the thing is, okay, particularly with the 3 swords reversed, it represents, like, this pain and stuff, but it also represents this, like, happiness and hope after that pain. Yes, it hurts. It feels like you're dying. But it also has this message of, like, there's hope after this pain. And there's still good things after this pain. And this also represents that. Like, there is good things that you still have. You still have friends. You still have family. You still have people that love you. You still have yourself. And that's what you need to focus on. I mean, like, she's all, like, she's sad. I mean, she's sad. She has a sad face. But, like, she's, like, snuggled into a blanket. Like, she's comforting herself and reassuring herself that it's not all bad. Like, the world is not ending. The world is not betraying you. You still have yourself. And that's the big message here. Love yourself. And the Ten of Cups is, like, kind of literally the only positive in this. And this is the outcome. After you feel all your pain and you let go of this pain and you're going through this and everything, there is a very positive outcome. Like, this relationship really fucked you up, but there, like, not only, like, there's other cards representing, like, love after this pain, but this definitely shows you that there is love. There's going to be goodness after this pain. There's going to be hope. There's going to be another relationship. Maybe, obviously, you don't want one right now, but in the future, you will meet someone, and there will be love. But you need to, like, love yourself first before you get to that. And I think that's something you really, really, really need. And I think that's just something you really want, too. So that's just something you need to focus on. Like, focus on, like, feeling the pain, not bottling it in, and eventually working past it. And it's, like, through all this pain and this sweat and this blood and this progress, you're going to reach this point where you're going to be happy. And you're going to be okay with yourself. And you're going to be okay with this relationship hurting you, but it helped you become a better person and to know yourself better.
Baby girl, don't even let that get you down.
Don't let what get me down?
Don't let nothing get you down. It's the only way to live. Ain't that right, Big John?
Right.
Life ain't not having problems, Tara. It's about being able to deal with the ones you got.
Well, obviously I can't.
You can, and you will. If I gotta drag your narrow ass through this world kicking and screaming. Look, the Buddhists weren't lying when they said life is suffering. It don't mean you get to check out early and leave me here.
Anyway, that's the end of this reading. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope a lot of that helped you. So, I'm gonna go. And, man, that last pile was intense. Anyway, I'm gonna go. Okay, bye guys.